EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Hey, go Lion.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 48 yards.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Point after here coming up. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Come on, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's on his way.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Striker, 3-3, ready?
Now a first carry here for their running back. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Still going inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
On for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
5-9.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
5-9.
Now it's Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Set. 380. Get out. Set.
They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Herbert off the bootleg.
That's into the hands of Woods.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Herbert off of play action. He finds his man complete. It's Young. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
12, 12. Let's go.
Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Trying to lay one up deep. They've got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you.
There he goes left side. up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
21.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
That is caught by Lamb.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line.
Ram.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Ready.
Again, Herbert. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Herbert.
15 yards.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll set up to throw.
That is caught. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jacorian Bennett has it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ready? He's going to keep this again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
Up the middle they go. It's Casey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. There, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hut.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Ooh, the juke. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for it, Thou?
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Herbert now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Home trips right. Hey, Kappa. What is that?
Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
1st down, Cowboys.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Herbert throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Play action. It's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Right, 6. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
A second and 11 from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
10 cycles.
They run the counter. Casey. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back that feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll set up second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.